right, Kristi, say howdy to our listeners.
Howdy to our listeners.
So, this is a feel-good episode, y'all. A real feel-good episode, and I'm excited for it. Probably outside of the norm of things that we are going to do more often, but I am beside myself. I'm beside myself. If you're one of those people that likes to watch Extreme Home Makeover or, like the ultimate surprise, ironically, I found a board up in my closet the other day while I was cleaning, and it was a board for my grandparents when they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
We had my uncle come in as a surprise. I did this whole setup. We surprised him. You get 7 nights and 7 days in Myrtle Beach, so pack your, it's like The Price is Right, winning a trip. So the epitome of surprises, we are on a way to deliver a horse. See a man about a horse.
Yeah, see a man about a horse to a little girl that maybe loves horses more than any child I've ever met.
So, it's true. My niece, Emery, who's just head to toe obsessed, she's been riding since she was old enough to walk, and we're not horse people. We've never been horse people. I was allergic to horses. I rode a horse and was in the hospital for 2 weeks with a collapsed lung. We don't know farm animals, people. Like, I might be from Iowa.
You might get your Iowa card taken away.
I am. I mean, we're tractor people. But, yes, she has loved horses since she was old enough to say the word. And came down to visit Texas this summer. Got to spend some time with Shanna, who is wildly instrumental in making all of this happen. And...
well, as most things, it wouldn't happen without Shanna.
Without Shanna, right. And so for her to have watched Emery ride and say, okay, let's try this horse, or maybe let's try this horse, and, to see her skill level, well, it just so happened that a horse looking for a home came about. And so Shanna, this surprise has been planned for
4 months.
4 months, easily. And, I mean, that's I think language of love is gift giving, but gift giving as a surprise is my ultimate favorite.
The ultimate cherry on top?
Oh, yeah. And so, I mean, my sister's mother didn't even know this was happening until yesterday, because I'm not letting the cat
Your
out of the bag.
grandfather didn't even.
My grandpa just found out 15 minutes ago.
He says, absolutely not. No.
Not happening. Sorry, the bow's already here. We just got to put it together.
Yeah.
So, yes. On our way.
Hometown veterinary care. Get used to meeting those people on a first name basis.
Right. So we're on our way. We have been toiling for the last 48 hours about how, because we have to get to the farm. And so she's kind of been a little bit suspicious because one of her grandparents, who's also in on the surprise, had been Googling horse trailers. Well, Em's a little bit of a sleuth at almost 12 years old, and so she, I guess, saw all of this on the computer and came in and said, oh, am I getting a horse? Am I getting a horse? So they had to kibosh the dream, say, no, you're not getting a horse. Of course, she's devastated. Well, when I'm home, I enjoy rescuing the stray feral cat. So tonight, we're going to call my mom on a 911 and say, oh my gosh, a litter of kittens just fell in a well.
It's so cold.
It's freezing cold. Can you bring Emery in a bucket? So,
I said, what do you do with the bucket?
I don't know. It just makes the story sound better. So Emery will be getting a surprise phone call in approximately an hour. Getting swooped up by her Nana and brought out to a farm thinking she's about to dive down deep in a well in 40-degree weather.
As if we would drop a child in a well. I'd say, bring a bucket, but don't bring a rope.
Maybe I already have the rope. But I'm on cloud 9. Anything else that we need to update people about?
No.
You want to talk about your Louisville experience? How much you love Louisville?
I did love Louisville. One of the most charming towns. I'm telling you, if you have not spent any time... I have never spent time in Savannah, Georgia, and I want to go to Savannah.
Add it to the list.
That is on the list. But this was like kind of a Charleston...
it's an unexpected...
It's kind of very... I say a clean New Orleans, and I hate to say that because it sounds like I'm bashing New Orleans. I do love New Orleans. But New Orleans is just it's older and dirtier. And, but this place... just the people were so friendly.
It's kind of an unexpected delight.
Oh, it's such a delight, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Especially for people who would liken Louisville to, it's just a bourbon city, or it's just a horse place.
Well, granted, the whole everything does revolve around, I'm sure you can't find an AA meeting there to save your life.
That's not true. I actually attended one with a friend.
Oh.
Supportive.
Well, because it's bourbon everywhere. But it's absolutely charming. And I love it that it's multi-generational. And the one friend that I met of yours, Virginia, she said, I'm a 7th generation Louisvillian.
You said that really well.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, Louisvillian.
Well, I know it's Louisville. And so when people say Louisville, it drives me because people like when they say
well,
New
once
Orleans.
you get that roll on the tongue, you can't.
Yeah.
Then you can't unhear it.
Right.
But I mean, I took her to High Five Donuts for some of the best donuts on the planet.
Oh, it's just a diabetic attack. I mean, I don't even know if you'd call it a donut.
We had Impelazeri's Pizza. We went to Ceviche. We went to what's my favorite? Taco Luchador.
Yeah, but we went down to Lexington, although I didn't get to see that much because it was at night.
But we were hosted, if you're on the TikTok, we were hosted by Kelly Foo Foo.
Yeah, Kelly Foo Foo.
Who is a hell of a chef, let me just tell you. It was one of the best.
That was one of the best Thanksgiving. She has a Friendsgiving,
I mean, I don't eat meat, but that smoked turkey was...
She had 3 or 4 different kinds of turkeys and corn souffles and green beans and... Oh my God, it was a feast, and you could tell that's her
love language. Because
I mean, she was. I said, should I do something? Should I help? And there wasn't that much room in there. And she goes, no, I got this. You could tell she was almost more aggravated people getting in her way because she had it down.
Well, if you ever want to surprise me, all you got to do is get that broccoli casserole recipe.
Oh yeah,
from her.
I heard that was good.
I went back for 3rd helpings, and I made no apologies about it.
Well, you always hate. They put me at the beginning of the line, and
there was 50 people. We're
50
like,
people
go,
there, and they're
Kristi.
like insistent that I go, as if it looks like I'm hanging on to my last breath because I've missed a meal, right?
Right.
And they're like, no, ladies and guests first. So they put me up there, and to be the first one to dive into everything, you're like, you only want to take like a little half spoon because you realize
She got to feed all these people.
And especially, I loved everything. I can't remember the last time I completely cleaned my plate. And I just have to tell you, Kelly Foo Foo and Janelle knocked it out of the park. That was an incredible, incredible meal.
Yes. And then we also had that incredible meal at Capital Grille.
Oh,
I have to give a shout out to Capital Grille. We showed up literally 5 minutes before
and
they
said,
closed.
Scotty was saying, they close at 9. I was like, no place on a Thursday is going to close at 9. Well, I look it up, and lo and behold, it closed at 9. And although part of our party was already there,
yes,
we showed up at 8:58.
And let's just say we're not fast eaters. We got appetizers, we got dessert. I want to say it was something like 11:21 when we exited the building, and we're not assholes either, but they had put us in a room, so you lose track of time, and you don't realize that you're the last table still indulging. And we had one of our officers and his wife, and it was just very celebratory. Never one time did they make us feel rushed.
Russ and Jenny, just God, I love them.
It was great. I mean, you had a steak that looked like it was amazing.
You didn't even need a knife. It was that good. Like, that fillet just almost kind of fell apart. And I'm trying to remember, I think, I'm trying to remember what Russ had next to me. He had some kind of steak too, but it just, everybody's, and we all had the sides and just kind of dived in.
I had these seared scallops with where was that? Maybe that was someplace else. No, I had a beet salad that was to die for. If you're on a veg head, the beet salad, but it was incredible with like this pesto sauce.
Yeah, the food did not disappoint in Louisville. That's for damn sure.
Oh, and please and thank you, those brown butter cookies.
So everybody that knows, we were there when the big explosion happened last week.
And ammonia explosion.
Ammonia at this plant. And we were in the building, literally, I say next door, we were less than a half a mile away. And we had just got through eating Mexican food. And right next door is like a little coffee shop called Please and Thank You. And they have the most mind-blowing chocolate chip cookies. That's kind of their signature. So I had said, oh, I didn't realize that the shop was right here. So you guys are waiting in the car. I ran inside, got a dozen. They were hot. I even stood around a second because they were bringing them out of the oven. She packaged them up for me. We drove, a half a mile to get to JP's office, and the explosion went off. It blew out all the windows.
Yeah, I thought it was a meth lab.
Yeah, I said, is there a meth lab? Because it's kind of like non-zoned. It's
JP thought a tractor hit the house.
The art was just hanging. I was like, I don't think.
And so we're all trying to figure out what happened and why this just kaboom, like huge, massive explosion. And so JP's kind of like, huh. And you can hear footsteps upstairs from people freaking out. And he goes to the back deck and he's like, I don't know. And all these people are coming out of their house.
And the smell.
Well, then I go outside and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely smell. Well, then they're like, lock yourself in your house. It's an ammonia leak. And I was like, great. I've just been out there inhaling toxic fumes for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you'll survive. We've all done more for less.
I have to stop for a coffee.
Favorite Scooter's coffee. What can I start with for you today?
Hi there. Could I get a medium hot latte with the brown sugar cinnamon?
There's that latte for you.
Delicious. Delicious.
There's that card back for you.
Thank you.
All right, and there's that hot chocolate. You
Thanks.
ladies have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
I mean, it feels like Christmas. We got hot chocolate.
I know it. How cold is it outside?
Surprise ponies. It's 41 degrees.
Really?
It's bristly out there. I know, poor Jennifer. So I found this saint of a woman on Facebook at the last minute because this whole surprise almost got delayed by a week, and then Kristi and I would have missed it because we have to leave for Texas tomorrow. So at the last minute, Shanna's like, well, we don't have a transporter. So I hop on Facebook to one of those hauling groups. I make my plea, and it wasn't 15 minutes before this lady inboxed me and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm headed right there. I can pick your horse up tomorrow. She was a dream. She literally just dropped the horse off this morning, but she texted me, she's like, oh snap, it's cold up here. I mean, it was what, 78 degrees in Texas this morning?
Yeah.
And if any of my hometown friends watch this and is like, oh, she didn't tell us she was home, I've been busy.
I know, but you know what? If I look around here and you didn't tell me where I was and you said I was in Clute or Freeport, Texas, I would believe you.
Oh, I just said to you I knew where Kyle lived and I missed it by a street. Kyle was walking his dog recently and had somebody come up and pretend to pew at him when he was walking his dog.
In this town?
Yeah.
Seems like kind of a sweet little town. Did he know them?
No, had no idea who they were. I was like, you gotta call the police.
Now, what are those flags for?
Which flags?
Over here. What are I see one. It's got a skull on it. What is that?
I have no idea. Looks a little sketch.
Look at his little front door.
Look at how cute Kyle. He's gonna be very nervous about being on the pod.
He is?
Yeah.
No.
He's gonna be like, tell him he needs a coat.
You need a coat.
Hey,
You need
a coat.
You need
gotta get a coat.
You gotta get a coat.
We sitting outside.
Yes.
Baby, what the hell we doing?
You gotta get a coat.
How cute is he?
Baby, what the hell we doing? He knows when he comes out with me, he's getting into some trouble.
I'm scared. It's snowing out here.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of snowing.
Tell him to get behind you.
That may freak him out.
Always looking right and tight.
Hi, baby.
How's it going, love bugs?
It's going great. Say hi. You're on the pod.
Hey.
We got some stuff to do. You excited?
Yeah.
What you been up to, baby?
I don't know, but y'all looking good. Y'all look good. You smell good.
Thank you.
Why don't my seatbelt work? What is popping?
Well,
Nothing. We're just gonna have a gotta-see about a horse.
We're on our way out to Lockridge. Kristi is giving Emery a horse, and we're surprising her in an hour.
And she has no idea.
She has no clue.
She has no idea. So where are we going?
So we're going to the farm where the horse is.
Whose is it?
Colby? Do you know?
Colby Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry Dale Billings' daughter.
Yeah. She's going to have it at her house.
Where'd the horse come from?
The ranch.
Sheila Ranch.
Oh, is it Epic Emery?
No.
No.
This is another horse that was living on the ranch, and she was what? She was a broodmare.
Broodmare.
And she's trained on the barrels, and so Shanna sent her to somebody to be, tuned up, ride her for about 2 months, and she just passed all that. So we've been working on this surprise for literally 4 months.
This is so exciting.
So my papa didn't find out until 20 minutes ago. John found out yesterday. Scott found out today.
How did we get this horse here? Who brought it up, Shanna?
This wonderful woman.
This lady I found on Facebook delivered her this morning. She drove through the night with, yes. And so I just told my sister yesterday.
What'd she say?
She cried. She was so happy. I was like, I thought I might get a little shit. I got no shit.
Aunt of the year.
This is so exciting. I'm so excited to be a part of this adventure.
So everybody's like, well, how are you going to get Emery out? Because Em's other grandparents, Grandma Carol and Grandpa Mike, they know because they're the ones that do a lot of like the heavy lifting when it comes to her riding.
Right.
So I needed their support, and it's going to cost money to have her there and room and board, all that. So
she's boarding at Freeman's, Colby.
So Mike and Carol are totally on board. But Mike and Carol were looking up trailers and stuff on their computer. Well, Em was at the house like 2 weeks ago when we all started talking about this, and I guess she saw it. So she came to Grandma Carol and she's like, am I getting a horse? And they had to come back and say, no, we're looking at the possibility of a new trainer for you. Well, I guess Emery had a complete meltdown. Not like fit, but devastated. So they'll be out there.
This is so exciting. And then I get to teach Emery in the spring.
I know. I know, but then you're going to be moving to Texas. So we got to talk about that too. We're bringing Kyle to Texas, folks. He's going to be working for Brett at the flower farm.
So many things are happening.
All right, well, I got to ride and I got to drive, so I'm going to pause this, but we'll get it kicked back up as soon as we get to the ranch. Okay, we got everybody here, all ready for the big surprise. Oh, Kristi, yes, this is Grandpa Mike.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And that's Grandma Carol, which you met.
How are you?
Spotted any more?
This is sweet, huh?
I need to hug both of you right now. Thank you. She's literally, I don't even know what she's going to feel.
She's gonna melt.
I don't even know.
She's gonna freak out.
So where is she coming? Where's the horse?
So we're gonna I think we'll walk Nike out here, but I'm gonna watch Mom on the map, and then I'll be able to know when she's close. But I taped the calling and saying that I was trying to rescue a litter of kittens and they were drowning, and I said they're gonna freeze to death. And I said to Mom, make sure you're nasty with me on the phone, like you're put out, like you have shit to do. And so Mom's like, I don't know. And Em's in the background. She's like, please, Santa, we have to go rescue the kittens.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
Drowning cats?
A litter of drowning kittens, and we need. I know.
I'll bet she's just all upset about that.
She is, and she's like, Nana, we have to go. And Mom's like, you don't even have a coat. And I was like, I need a bucket. And Em's like, let's go buy a bucket. And my mom's like, well, I got a bucket in the trunk. And Em's like, please, Nana, we have to go now.
Does she have a coat?
Yeah, she packed a heated coat for her in the trunk.
Okay.
Very careful.
Yeah, you see a lot more. They couple of them ran right across.
Hey, Kyle, say cheese.
She is so cute.
Kyle, where's your show sheen?
Are you okay if I tie this on her?
Yes.
Okay. Is this okay?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I know. Yes.
You know what? I wouldn't put it. Why don't we put it over here? Because if she's not used to it and she's got to walk forward,
swoosh sign. Yeah, I mean she's 11. I would think that.
and you have more.
Ready.
I just don't
So
want.
excited. I know she's gonna die.
Here's another side.
I almost feel like you need to have her come.
But she's gonna see everybody's cars.
I know.
So I feel like we need to walk her out there and right when she comes around.
But as she gets out,
Well,
because that way she can faint and everybody will see it.
yeah. I know. I said I felt bad for the horse. She's leaving 70-degree weather to come to this tundra.
That's what I said in
That's what I said.
car. Poor thing, what are you doing to me? She don't want that pretty bow.
Yeah, it's literally perfect because my house is
Kyle, help me out here.
literally through the corner.
Okay, get on the other side.
Emery's not gonna be.
No, the other side. And pull this.
That's what I said. I said I
Grandpa said she's gonna want that truck.
I said I better not find out that child is hitchhiking across the gravel road over there.
No, she will.
Yeah, but not at all. If she's not doesn't have somebody to pick her up and drop her off, she is not to come over here.
Well, no, I wouldn't let her come out.
Meet Nike. What do you think about this? Pretty big kitten that fell in the well, huh?
Surprise, Emery.
Are you surprised?
She says, why are we at Colby's? Why are we at Colby's?
Because she has stray kittens. I wish she did.
She says, well, I said, what are we going to do with these kittens? Well, maybe they'll just keep them. She said, oh, they'll keep the kittens.
What's her name, ma'am?
Look at all these, she's seen all you people stand up here, and she's like, no.
Now, did you meet her when you came to the ranch? Em, did you meet her when you came to the ranch? No.
What you thinking, Em?
And she's trained to do barrels. Were you so surprised?
They can take it back if they.
You don't like her.
I'm thinking she's pretty lucky.
Yeah. She finally found her human. She's sweet.
Were you surprised?
Your auntie put this.
You know what just happened?
Yeah.
You really know what just happened?
Your
We've
aunt
only
put
been
this
working on
all
this-
together, and she and Shanna have been working
Only been working on this for 4 months.
4 months, and didn't tell your mom until last night.
Well,
Isn't she beautiful?
She even let us put the bow on her, and she didn't mind. Here, it's yours now.
hope you like shoveling poop, Em.
Yeah.
She's like, why is everybody looking at me?
She still knew the name from when she was in Texas and seen it? Mm-hmm.
Oh, she didn't see it this one.
Oh.
How'd you know her name? Oh.
Oh, I didn't even hear her say it when she walked out. I didn't either.
Are you shocked?
She just knew.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
Well, that cowgirl hat and that saddle and all that stuff will come in handy, but this is going to be where she lives. So Grandma Carol and Grandpa Mike and Grandpa, everybody helped make this happen. So you got a lot of thank you notes to write.
But especially these two. What do you say?
All right, well, should we take her back in to get her out of the cold?
You can have my phone back, yeah.
Let me get a picture with it.
I have to keep grabbing it and deleting messages.
Oh, I'm sure.
Freezing, babe?
gonna freeze.
Yeah, remember that horse trailer you mentioned?
Yeah.